What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today we have a lot to talk about. Can everybody hear me okay? Let me get this chat pulled up. See what's going on here. What are you guys saying? There's everybody. Man, you guys are already here. Just in time for another video. Nerd Drama, notice me. I notice you. Thank you for noticing me. Let me see. Freak. I gotta get everything pulled up. These comments are already flying by. So see what you guys are saying. 44 likes already. Thank you for hitting that like button. I'm on my computer again, so we're good. We're good. No way I'm crashing on the computer. There's Lauren. There's Ahsoka Tano. Joshua Murphy, love you right back. Adam live video. Hang on. Disney has banned all money from their pocketbooks. What's up, Jeremy? It's Alex Dre. Hang on, is that Alexandre coming to you with another video. Makani90 says, good afternoon. How did you weather the storm? It's like raining every day here in Florida now. It's absolutely nuts. It's getting really aggravating. I want to go to the beach and it keeps raining. But thank you so much for the super chat. Accuster X, keep up the awesome work, Jeremy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Michael Jones says, hey, Jeremy, Mike from Chicago. Hey, Mike from Chicago. Let me see. Boop, boop. Hi from, oh man, I lost it. Dude, rain's the best. No, I love rain. I really do. But it's like it's just now transitioned to where we can go to the beach here in Florida. And I can't because it won't stop raining. It's driving me crazy. How many people we got in here watching now? 322 watching. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of update as to what is going on. And I will highly urge you to support the people that I'm going to be talking about. I'm still gathering information as we speak. But let's see. Spasm Waiter says, are we bitching about Star Wars? We're not bitching about Star Wars as much as bitching about what's being done to Star Wars. So I guess kinda. But yeah, it's more or less about what is being done to Star Wars. So because we love Star Wars. And that's why we're doing what we do. We're doing it because we love it. So, all right. So, a little bit of news. I'm a fan of Rebel Force Radio. Rebel Force Radio is a long-time Star Wars podcast. I believe they've been podcasting for over 10 years. I've been a listener for about 6 or 7 of those years. Even prior to being Rebel Force Radio, they were part of the Forcecast, and they're so good. I love those guys so much. And they have recently decided to start speaking out about what they're seeing with the Star Wars fandom and a lot of the employees at Lucasfilm. And this is big. This is big because of what it's showing us is going on within the Star Wars community right now. They are having other podcasts target their sponsors. And they just had one of their sponsors drop them due to the other podcasts and the social justice warriors complaining about them. So Harry's is a shade, I guess it's a razor company, Harry's. And they announced that they are dropping Rebel Force Radio because of some screenshots about, I think it was Jimmy Mack was saying something about, they were actually just dropping truth bombs. And so now they are targeting their sponsors. This is what is starting to happen, and it's only going to get worse. This is getting really ugly right now. Really ugly. The people that are making these complaints are not fans of the show. They are simply just trying to disrupt from people that are dropping the truth, and it's dangerous. So I'm going to urge you to all go follow Rebel Force Radio on Twitter. Tell them Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers sent you. I've been talking with them on private message on Twitter. And it's just ridiculous, man. These guys have done such a great job of being ambassadors for Star Wars for so many years. I've listened to them. They know far more about Star Wars than I do. And I've always enjoyed listening to their show. I haven't listened to them in a while just because I've been so busy. But this is just unbelievable, man. I'm not going to name any of the podcasts that has been targeting them. I'm still fuzzy on those details, and I'm not going to highlight them to give them any attention because they don't deserve it. But Rebel Force Radio is great. And those guys love Star Wars. And just because they're saying that they disagree with what's going on and they want to call Chuck Wendig out and they want to call Lucasfilm out for their treatment of the fans, now the social justice warriors are going after them. And it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And I want to do what I can to at least throw some support their way. I know when I started speaking out, about 6 months ago, 5 or 6 months ago, I mean, I didn't know what was going to happen. I've pissed a lot of people off. I've got a lot of people pissed off at me that were on the Geeks and Gamers team prior to the beginning of this year. And they do not like anything I'm saying. They're saying so much shit about me. I'm sure there are people going through my social media right now trying to find something offensive I've said. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of offensive shit I've said. A lot. So you're going to have a lot of material. I've said racially insensitive shit. I've said it about white people, black people, Mexican people, anybody. I say offensive shit all the time. Okay. I objectify women all the time. Okay. So you can waste the time. You can just play this video right here. I've said offensive shit. But the one thing I don't let happen is I'm not going to tie myself to any sponsors or anything like that. I'm going to let this community be my livelihood, Geeks and Gamers livelihood. If you guys continue to support us, I need to make sure there's no super chats. I've been ranting. There's no more. Okay, good. There's none. Okay, good. But I'm going to let this community support us. That way I'm not tied to an individual sponsor right now. I've had people reach out to me. I've had companies reach out to me wanting me to promote their products and this bullshit. Not really interested. I will eventually take on sponsors if it's a product that I like. It's a product that I support. But I'm not going to just let some company just say, hey, we'll pay you a couple $100 a month if you tell people our product's good. No. If I don't like your product, I'm not going to promote your product. So maybe if Nintendo comes to me, like I said in a previous one, Nintendo, come on, baby, because I'll promote your shit all day long. But this is just really frustrating, man. And I feel bad for Rebel Force Radio. These guys have had so much passion, and they've done so much for Star Wars over the years when Star Wars didn't have the following. When it was a slow dead time with Star Wars prior to the Disney purchase, these guys were still grinding every single day, bringing Star Wars to the forefront, keeping Star Wars alive. And then a lot of these channels, a lot of these podcasts that grew because of the Force Awakens boom, because trust me, there's a lot of those channels out there. And a lot of those channels are saying, Jeremy's using Geeks and Gamers platform or using The Last Jedi hate to grow Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, motherfucker, I am. What do you want me to do about it? Like, you use the Force Awakens hype to build your brand. There's nothing wrong with that. Congratulations. But when you start attacking a Star Wars podcast like Rebel Force Radio, they've been here for the beginning, long before a lot of these people that are attacking them. A lot of these people just came on when it was cool to like Star Wars. And, it's very frustrating, very frustrating. Lauren, if you can get a link to Rebel Force Radio's YouTube channel also and drop that in the link, just type Rebel Force Radio, drop a link in the comments, and we can push some people over that way. But yeah, it's very, very frustrating. And I feel bad for those guys, and I want them to continue to succeed. Accuster X says, continue to rant, sir. Just followed RFR. Thank you for that. Laura Story, Rebel Force has a podcast and a YouTube channel. That's exactly why I told her to check that out. And yeah, again, you don't have to like what RFR is doing. You don't have to like it. Thank you, Jeremy H, for subscribing to RFR. You don't have to like what they're saying. Nobody's saying you have to like it, but don't go after their fucking sponsors. That's bullshit. It's such a dickbag move. And it's social justice warriors in classic form. Very frustrating. And when I heard about this, I was like, I'm gonna tackle this topic, and I'm very proud that a lot of you are, being very supportive like that. Like I said, you may not like what Rebel Force Radio has to say. I don't know. I think they like The Last Jedi, but again, liking The Last Jedi is not a problem. They're very aware of what's going on. They're able to separate their personal opinion from the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is Lucasfilm is attacking the fans every single day. So, all right, hang on. Somebody just said they missed the story. All right, if you'll give me a few more minutes, because if we can get it to 1,000 viewers, I'll repeat the story. So the Mr. Pete channel says RFR are shills. How can they be shills? They've literally been calling Lucasfilm out. They've literally been calling them out to the point where social justice warriors are attacking their sponsors. That's not a shill. All right, let me see here. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. How's the frog? The frog has been silent. So I think he found out there was a plan to execute him. So Rum Runner, I'm biracial, and Brie Larson does not speak for me. I hated Wrinkle in Time. I want diversity, but only diversity in good movies, not SJW in SJW crap. I agree. Thank you for clarifying that. Not that, and it's sad that we have to state what we are now. Like, I'm black, I'm white, I'm biracial, I'm male, I'm female, I'm this. It's sad that we're at that point where you have to qualify your opinions by your race and gender, but that's what the social justice warriors have turned everything into. So Accuser says, it's like Cobra Kai when Daniel had the rent raised on Sensei Lawrence. Dick move. Don't mess with people's livelihoods. Yes, exactly. That's why I like, if there's channels out there that, like I said, on these YouTube channels that continue to take pot shots at me and Geeks and Gamers and say all this stuff, I always say, like, hey man, I hope your channel continues to do well. It's not doing well now, clearly. So you're looking for a reason to lash out at other people that are doing well. I don't want to see anybody's livelihood go down. I don't care if you talk bad about me every day. If your audience enjoys what you're saying and they are funding what you're doing, more power to you, man. Like, that's what's part of being in a free market. So more power to you. John Campia talks crap about everybody without naming names. That's Mickey Shroom. Yes, he does. He's very vague. I agree with that. And that's fine, man. That's Campia's game. More power to him, man. You know, go for it, Campia. Hi, how are your Crocs? My Crocs are good. I hardly ever wear Crocs as much as it's become this thing, but I do enjoy Crocs, but I don't wear them that much. All right. All right. So then the other thing, too, is this Chris Hardwick situation. Are you guys familiar with this Chris Hardwick news that's going around? Have you heard about that? Everybody familiar with this? You haven't heard about the Chris Hardwick thing? Okay, I'll fill you in. Give me just a minute. David Hervey says, preach, brother. So many Star Wars YouTubers use TFA and race parentage for content to grow their channel. We live in an opportunistic world. Get your money. You're right. See, you get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Use whatever is trending to elevate your platform. That's cool, man. No problem with that. None at all. I have no issue with it. If I would have started YouTube back then, like really getting involved with YouTube and capitalizing off that Force Awakens growth, man, we'd be at hundreds of thousands of subscribers right now, but we didn't, and that's cool. Problem is my entire audience that I probably built would probably be turning on me because I'll be bitching about The Last Jedi now. So, okay, Chris Hardwick news. Let me get into this for you really quick. I got to pull it up. So, give me a minute. Okay, so now I'm not super familiar with a lot of these people, but I guess he dated Chloe Dykstra. You guys familiar with Chloe Dykstra? She's a cosplay star. Okay, so some of you have heard about Chloe Dykstra. That's Chloe Dykstra right there. And she released a post on Medium, and it says, in a Medium post, actress, TV personality, and cosplay player Chloe Dykstra talked about her experience with abuse and career blacklisting during a previous long-term relationship. While the subject of the essay isn't named, the timing and details suggest that she is referring to ex and Nerdist personality Chris Hardwick. So if you go on Twitter now, everyone is calling Chris Hardwick a racist. Everybody. Like, he's a racist and a sexist. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know Chris Hardwick. I'm not a fan of Chris Hardwick. But it's funny how people are just taking accusations without any real substance or proof And I think that's dangerous game, man. Like I said, if you ask, like, luckily I'm married and been married for years now, but if you want to ask any of my ex-girlfriends if I'm an asshole, they're all going to say I'm an asshole because I am. And if they have if they have something that they want to create a false narrative or whatever, they can, and that's fine. Like I said, you can go back in my social media. You can find all kind of insensitive shit that I've said because I'm a human being and we all say it. Don't act like you're a perfect saint when you're behind traffic. Like today, I was with my wife driving around, some fucking redneck in a giant jacked up truck pulls out in front of me, and I just start screaming at him, calling him every white trash name in the book. Why? Because that's what we do. That's what we do. So that's just, and people act like they're perfect saints when they find a screenshot of something somebody said, or this guy said this 5 years ago. Look what he's saying now. Fuck off. So it's a bunch of perfect people that just live in a perfect utopia where you can never make a mistake and you're perfect and you respect women. Okay. Jeremy. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Rum Runner. Seen the trailer for Ken? If so, your thoughts. I have not seen the trailer. I haven't. I don't watch a lot of trailers unless I'm doing reactions, and I would like to get back to doing some trailer reactions. I see your comments about me destroying The Force Awakens. Look, it has been literally raining like for a week here, it seems like. As soon as we get some sunshine, I'll work on planning this out. But I'm not going to do it in my yard because I have dogs and these Blu-rays are going to explode everywhere. So I have to do it somewhere where, one, my dogs aren't, two, I don't get busted for littering because I'm going to shatter these Blu-rays with my golf club. So I'm working on it. I promise. Jeremy H. Good. Let the SJW hate flow through you. Here is hoping Star Wars gets back to good character development. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Accuser, welcome to 2018. You must be an absolute angel 100% of the time. Otherwise, social media will be your judge, jury, and executioner. Sure hope none of my exes ever speak out. Just be cool, y'all. Exactly. Greg Miller, man, thank you so much for Super Chat. Jeremy, I just saw a tweet from someone, and it seems the SJWs are also targeting Patreon and ZipRecruiter, who also sponsor RFR, and these social justice warriors are using the force out of hate hashtag doing this. The SJWs are sick. Yes, they are. They're disgusting, man. They are absolutely insane. Hugo Stevens, my boy, what's up? Hey, Jeremy, just come over from Jesse's live video. I was watching last night's stream of yours, and when I got home around today, any more thoughts on the roundtable idea? So actually tonight, after this stream is done, and this won't be a very, very long stream, but as soon as we're done here, I'm getting on here. I'm recording with Anna, Jesse, and Ivan. Going to be a 4-way discussion that will be uploaded to the Geeks and Gamers channel tomorrow. It's going to obviously talk about a lot of things that's going on with this Rebel Force Radio stuff, the Chris Hardwick stuff, and we might even just bash on Kathleen Kennedy just so I can work her name into the title, just so I can get the clicks. You know why? Because I'm on YouTube and I want the fucking clicks. For all you people out there that say, oh, it's just clickbait. Yeah, that's why I'm on YouTube, asshole. And I can't help that YouTube's algorithm is friendly to certain terms and not friendly to others, but I will work it to my advantage. Yes, that's what I'll do. Let me see. David Abenauer says, has the cancer spread to Marvel with Brie Larson? I feel like Kevin Feige is going to shut that down. I feel like that we're not going to hear anything else out of Brie Larson. I feel that that's going to happen. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I hope so. I really do. We're over 1,000. I'm going to update you on the story, so give me just a minute. There's a $5 super chat, but the message was restricted. Catherine Aubrey, girls who want to hurt guys will always use the R words, rape and racist, just because they can't provide proof, and those words don't need any proof to hurt. That's true. And again, I'm not dismissing. Excuse me. I'm not dismissing the possibility that it could be true. All I'm saying is the reaction I'm seeing on social media is that people are just blanketly saying it's true. I always knew Chris Hardwick was an asshole. I hate him. He's always been a racist. And like, really? Like, again, I've never been a fan of Chris Hardwick. I really don't care about the guy. He does nothing for me. I've never been a fan of him. But to see someone have an ex-girlfriend accuse them of a bunch of shit and people just run with that as truth, not really the best way to go about it, in my opinion. So as more proof comes forward, if it proves that he did do some horrible things to her, then he should totally be dealt with. But let's just hold off judgment until we get some details here. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. England DG, and I did get your email, England DG. I will be shipping your shirt out tomorrow. It came too late today, so I couldn't get it out, but I will send that out tomorrow. SJWs, not only are they insane, it's your fault that they're insane. That's true. And they go out of your way to tell you that. That's gold right there. Robert Lance, thank you for the super chat. I don't know how to pronounce your name. HTWOAAOWTH. That's amazing. What do you think about the guy, Urban Alkalite? He fights with all of his subscribers that don't like TLJ. I've commented on him in passing a little bit. He continues to call me a mother effer on his videos. Yet he claims he's never seen my videos. And I don't really understand. Like, if you don't watch me, how can you form an opinion on me if you've never seen my videos? So again, man, good luck to him. He's got 63,000 subscribers last time I checked. And he gets maybe 1,000 views, unless he, understands maybe. Just tell him to put Kathleen Kennedy in his title, and he'll at least get 2,000 or 3,000 views. But I wish him all the best, man. Good luck, buddy. I just would suggest maybe going back to doing whatever you did to build your audience, because they're clearly not liking what you're doing now, because your subs are dropping all the time. I'm not worth your time. Do something. You've done something to get your subs up there, so continue doing that. Don't waste it on me. It's not going to help you. I can barely help myself, much less you. Jeremy H. Outrage culture is out of control. Yes, it is. Tony Clark, the new MCU series created. Brie cucks the Marvel universe. Beskar Armor, every human on this planet is either a hypocrite or will be. Remember that next time you see some criticism. Damn right. You damn right. We're all hypocrites. All of us. Accuser X Feige knows the difference between diversity and pandering. Can't wait for Captain Marvel so not worried about Brie's comments. I respect you on that, and I hope you're right. I've been trying to show you an awesome Ahsoka t-shirt on my Twitter at Spidey_Flash. Ahsoka is the best hashtag. All right, noted. Okay, so we got over 1,000 people watching. Rebel Force Radio, a podcast that has been doing Star Wars podcasting for over 10 years, I believe. I've been a fan for over 5, 6, something like that. Now, because they are speaking out against Lucasfilm and what is going on with Star Wars, other podcasts are targeting their advertisers. And one of their advertisers, I think Harry's or Harvey's, dropped Rebel Force Radio. I think this is incredibly dangerous. I think this is incredibly shallow of anybody going after someone's livelihood just because you disagree with them. Rebel Force Radio has been very respectful from everything I've seen, calling Lucasfilm out, saying we love Star Wars, but we don't like how Lucasfilm is treating the fans. We don't like how Chuck Wendig is treating the fans. And I believe this is setting up for a huge precedent right now this is dwindled into fellow Star Wars podcast attacking fellow Star Wars podcast. I don't have any proof of this, but only speculation. But one thing I do have proof of is the Rebel Force Radio was here long before the Force Awakens hype. And a lot of these podcasts that started rising and a lot of these YouTube channels started rising that are trying to go after RFR, they were around for the Force Awakens hype, and that's how they grew into prominence. Well, Rebel Force Radio, those guys, they were talking about Star Wars when there was no Force Awakens, when there was no new trilogy to talk about, when there was no hype. They had passion for Star Wars long before a lot of us did. And I've been listening to them for a long time, and I would urge you to follow them, subscribe to their YouTube channel. It's really, really frustrating and it really bothers me. That's why I'm glad I don't have sponsors. I let this community determine the revenue we make. I work for you guys and only you guys. Will we ever get sponsors? Maybe, but I don't ever want to be tied into a situation where SJWs can complain and whine about me, even though they don't watch anything we do, just so they can hurt the livelihood here. I don't want to be in that position. I'll let you guys control me, not some sponsors. Torque 107. I'm sorry, I read that one. I got you on that one, Torque. Darth Revan. Wish they can write better charter in the movie. The last good straw movie I saw was Revenge of the Sith, and that the Clone Wars movie with Ahsoka. Right on, right. And I like your last. I like how you said straw. I hope you meant that intentionally from the Last Straw t-shirts that we have. Alexis Evans. Hey, Jeremy, do you enjoy doing puzzles? I find them quite relaxing, especially doing 1,000-piece ones. I don't. I'm happy you do. I can't sit still. The only thing I can sit still with is playing video games. Outside of that, I've got to always be on the run and always on the move. So I just don't have the patience. That's why I don't read a lot of books, because I just don't, I can't, I'm too fidgety. But yeah, I'm glad you do. All righty. Let me see. Graham McIntosh. Why won't TFA Kylo Snoke? The writers reference that Vader turned good, yet the story references the dark side Force users, not Sith, praising him. I'm not sure if they even remember Darth Vader turned good. That's why a lot of the people involved with the writing of the new trilogy, I'm not sure they know a lot about Star Wars. I don't know if they even know who Ahsoka is. I bet Kathleen Kennedy doesn't really even know who Ahsoka is. I know she's mentioned Ahsoka like once or twice, and that's probably because some person in her ear said, "Say Ahsoka. Say Ahsoka." And she'll be like, "A what? A what?" Ahsoka. Okay. I don't think they really know anything about Star Wars. I'm not sure Ryan Johnson's ever watched the original trilogy. Remember when JJ, I believe it was at Comic-Con, and Lawrence Kasdan was up there and somebody asked him about Plagueis? They had no clue who Plagueis was. They had no clue. Now, again, I am not saying I'm the most knowledgeable Star Wars fan, but God damn it, if you're writing the sequel trilogy, you need to know who Plagueis is. You need to know this. Peter Bland, the media is missing the point here. Star Wars used to be an example of cultural artifact that brought us all together. Used to. Now it's just another cog in the progressive machine. I used to be a fan. Used to. Yes, you are 100% right. And that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for Star Wars to be saved because it's dead. It's all but dead right now. And it is so sad. So sad. As a matter of fact, I remember listening to Rebel Force Radio when they were Forcecast when the Disney purchase happened. And I remember the reaction. I remember the excitement, yet the confusion too. I mean, it came out of left field, man. It was incredible. Thomas Gilkey, my buddy. Hey man, thanks very much for holding true to Patreon and coming through with it. Can't wait to see what happens with it. Thomas, thank you for sticking by us. We are working on Patreon and trying to get that all flushed out. And I thank all of our patrons for sticking with us. The channel's been so busy lately. I've been so dedicated to the channel and the website. I have kind of neglected Patreon. We are working on getting that fixed. So just from me to you, I apologize for the lack of Patreon stuff that's been going on, because I have dropped the ball on that because I've just been way too busy. So thank you for sticking with me. And I promise a lot of good things to come. Let me see. David Knight says, thoughts on De Niro. De Niro's been doing this anti-Trump stuff for a while. The only thing I ever say, you can say whatever you want about anybody. My question is would Robert De Niro be okay if, I don't know, who's a conservative in Hollywood? There's not many left. Let's say Tim Allen. If Tim Allen 5 years ago would have got on stage to present an award and said, F Obama, how would Robert De Niro respond to that? I'm pretty certain Robert De Niro and the left-wing Hollywood nut jobs would have went absolutely insane. Tim Allen would have been blacklisted, which he's already kind of been blacklisted already. I know he's making his return, but how would they have reacted in that situation? So again, you're free to do whatever you want. Is it okay to do it if you disagree with it? That's my question. And if it is, then more power to you. I find it hard to believe Robert De Niro would be okay if Tim Allen stood on stage and said that. Not saying Tim Allen would. I'm just using him as an example. And that's the hypocrisy of the far left and Hollywood in general. MG Toe Aftermath, thank you for the super chat. Laura Story, can we do a group live stream and donate to RFR? That's a good idea. I might try to see if I can get them on one of the live streams or something here soon. I'll talk to them. I'll see what we can do. Joshua Murphy says Jeremy is our public servant. Hugo, I think I missed the period of 2005, 2011. One movie, The Clone Wars, a Blu-ray release for the 6-film saga. Toy sales weren't dire. Lucasfilm still existed. We didn't know how well we had it. Lord have mercy. You ain't kidding, man. Again, and here's what's going to happen. The social justice warriors are going to probably, as we continue to get prominence here in the Geeks and Gamers community, the SJWs are going to go through my social media and find all of my praising of the Disney purchase and how Star Wars is going to be the greatest thing ever. They go, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. No, I was wrong because I'm a human being and I'm okay. I'm allowed to be wrong, and I was dead wrong. As a Disney fan, I was 1,000% dead wrong when I celebrated the purchase of Lucasfilm to Disney, and that's just how it goes. Because we are humans. Club Star Wars amazing voice assistant is saying Hamill is in episode 9. If this is true, would it help fix Star Wars? If nothing changes within Lucasfilm, is Star Wars dead? RFR is great, by the way. That's from Club Star Wars. I just feel like at this point, I feel like putting Mark Hamill in episode 9 is just a cheap trick to get to recover from the mistakes. And again, it's fine to admit mistakes, but they haven't admitted mistakes. They haven't. It's just like if people come to me and go, hey, Jeremy, you said The Last Jedi was going to be great. Hey, Jeremy, you praised it when you saw it the first time. What happened? And I'll be like, I fucked up. I made huge mistakes, and I apologize, and I'm so sorry. But that's not what Lucasfilm is doing. Lucasfilm will not actively acknowledge their mistakes while then actively calling us racist and sexist. Then they're going to make changes to episode 9, showing that they know they've made mistakes, but they won't own it publicly. That's the problem. Just sit there, just come out and say, we get it. Star Wars is kind of effed up right now. We tried some things. We're proud of The Last Jedi. We're proud of Rian Johnson. We're proud of the opportunities that he took and the decisions he made. But it's clear many in the fan base did not like it, along with a lot that did like it. So moving forward, we are going to be very conscious of these things, and we are going to make sure that we take a deeper look into the creative process and think about the fandom. That's all you got to say. But they won't do it. And it's bullshit. I'm saying, James Taylor, I'm saying that's how they should address it. That's how they should address it publicly. They are, because clearly they're proud of what he did, but they have to acknowledge that it broke the fandom. So that's where I'm coming from with it. So I just putting Mark Hamill in episode 9, I don't think that fixes anything. Actively acknowledging that you effed up and that your company has been attacking the fans for months and you're going to correct that, that's how you start fixing it. David says, it's true. I came after the attacks of Lucasfilm. Yep. And Accuster says, I'm an occasional sponsor. Try to come after me, SJWs. P.S. Jeremy, did you get a chance to play Bloodstain yet? Freaking badass. I have not. I'm still, I'm sitting here last night on my... I've been trying to play Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze now for about a week. And every time I sit down, my phone goes off and there's more Star Wars news that I have to deal with. I'm trying so hard to play video games. It's damn near impossible right now, but that's okay because I love all of you. Darth Revan, no homo for the guys. But Darth Revan, now I'm laughing at myself for my bad typing before. Don't worry, man. I made it through it. It was tough, but I made it through it. But sometimes you guys type perfectly fine, and I still misread it because I'm from Alabama. So Alexis Evans, how do you feel about the Sith TV show being done by Dave Filoni? About a Sith TV show. Sorry, can't spell his name, but I would watch it. Yeah, I would watch it too, because currently there's nobody at Lucasfilm that knows more about Star Wars than Dave Filoni. And the Sith is so fascinating. It's such a fascinating arc that they could dive into. Yet they just want to make it so generic right now. And it's so disappointing. So, yeah, I would 100% be behind that. Man, I am way behind on this chat because you guys were talking about James Woods, and that was back when I was talking about Tim Allen. So, Denzel Washington would be, oh, man, I would love to have Denzel come up there and say that. And let's see what De Niro would say. Yes. Sorry, I'm way behind. I know. Makani90 says, great video earlier by Anna. You can see the rage in her eyes the whole time. A very passionate video. Yes. I even had to dial Anna back a little bit. That's how heated she was. I had to dial her back a little bit. All right. I'm trying to get thoughts on Boofire. That's from Brighton. Boofire's fine. He's another YouTuber. I mean, he made a video about me and that whole Star Wars Explained thing. And I thought he was somewhat fair And yeah, I mean, I didn't love the video that he made about me, but I didn't hate it. I didn't think he was awful about it. I know he watches this channel. So I don't have any real problems with Boofire. I think Boofire makes really good videos, and he puts time into his videos, which I appreciate and respect. I just didn't overly love the video he made about me, but I respected it because I felt like he was as fair as he possibly could be. So yeah, overall, not a bad channel, and not a bad guy, all things considered. Jeremy H., 39-year-old white male, grew up with the original trilogy, and still Ahsoka's my all-time favorite character. Am I still a sexist since I hate The Last Jedi? LOL. Exactly. Um, Jeffrey Price says, Jeremy, your daughter knew right off the bat talking about The Last Jedi. And yes, she did. When I walked out of that theater and said that, I was like, man, that was crazy. The movie was crazy. It was so good. I can't believe all this. And my daughter was like, Dad, what? Fucking lag? Really? Again? Are we lagging? Is it back? Son of a bitch. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. Stick with me.